Hi guys, Tondi here. We're ready to do Molly Mine's purse book page assembly. I'm so excited. We're getting close. First things first, get your instructions, and I have printed the color sheet so I could remind you how important it is to have both available. I keep mine open on my computer. We're going to start with page 4. She tells you she doesn't like to start at the beginning so that you get good before you get to the cover page. All right, so starting with page 4, make sure you read your instructions here and have your color chart so you know exactly which steps we're going to be doing. She does not call for foam on these. I still like to put foam. I like my pages a little bit stiffer. You can do either, with or without, that's up to you. But right now, I have my organza on the bottom and my tear out up here. That gives you some stiffness. Maybe you just want that as your stiffness for your pages. I have also done the first step, which is my outline for my page. At this point, I am only going to put, you only ever want foam on one side of your pages anyway. So 4 and 3 are the first two we're going to do, page 4 and then page 3. Because when we do page 3, you're going to add page 4 to the back and hook them together just like we did the credit cards. So I'm going to put my foam in now, and when I get to page 3, I won't need it. I hope that makes sense. But as we go, you'll see. So page 4, I have sewn out step 1, which is the applique position for the page. Now we're going to add the material. I'm going to add my foam and the material, and then we're going to go down to the tack down step for our ribbons, and I'll show you that. Okay guys, I trimmed my fabric and then I let it do the next 2 steps, which was tacking down the fabric, and then I also went ahead and let it stitch these applique positions right here. That is where we are going to lay down our ribbon. I'm going to put 2 pieces of ribbon there and let it tack it down. That's to hold your fingernail file in. So you could use elastic or whatever you want. I'm going to use a bit of grosgrain ribbon. Okay guys, this step is done. It sews its little tack down to hold it in place, and then it sews the little satin stitch to line it up. And how cute is this? This is where our nail file is going to go. Isn't that cute? Next step is putting that pocket on. So go to the next step and do the placement of your pocket, and we'll be back. Okay, y'all, my video messed up, but I've got to show you what happened. Okay, right before this, it sews 1 single stitch line on this around here. You will then line up the stitch line that was on this pocket with the stitch line, the stitch placement line that was down there. Tape it. Secure it however you want to, but I wouldn't advise spray adhesive because it will make your pocket stick down. Okay, put it back in the hoop. Let it tack down your fabric, which I have already done. Now we have to trim this fabric away close to that stitch line, but don't let it pull out. The next step after we trim our fabric away is the applique stitch all the way around. If you want it to match the top edge of your pocket, be sure to switch your thread out. And then we should be done with this page. Okay guys, this is all finished. We have our pocket in, and these are in. Now I can take it out of the hoop, and I can take apart I can take all this off, and I can peel this foam. Remember when I said this foam's a little bit harder to get off when it's just a tack down stitch? It is, but you can get it off. Once you get it started, it will still just pull away. So I'm gonna take my foam off and get everything ready to start the next page, which is page number 3. And then we get to put back to back for the first time. I can't help it. It's our first page in my hand. I had to put these in. Look how adorable. Can't you just see the rest of this going together? I'm so excited. Here we go, hooping up the next page. Okay guys, page 3. I didn't stop at each step at the beginning because they're basic now for you. It did an outline, then it did a tack down, I trimmed my fabric, and then it did another tack down that's bigger. I went ahead and trimmed my fabric before that tack down. Okay, no foam in this one for me because it's going to be on the back side of this one that already has foam in it. So the next step on this one is words. So go and do your embroider of your words, follow those steps, and then it'll do the outline of your first pocket, and then we'll line that up. And that's when I'm going to come back to you. Okay guys, I have finished my words. Now it has sewn out this pocket first. This is going to be our iPod pocket. So there's your outline, and you want to line it up with this inside stitch line and tape it down, and then let it do a tack down, trim the edges again after it tacks down, and then let it satin stitch the rest, and we'll be back. Okay guys, this pocket is all finished and ready to go. Outline has been sewn for my driver's license pocket. It goes on sideways. Okay, so line up your stuff and let's do the driver's license pocket. Then we'll be back. Okay, we have all of this page done. Now is the step that tacks down the back. So guess what we have to do? Just like the credit cards, we're going to have to line it up, tape it down, and then do the tack down. And what do? Match our bobbin thread to our top thread. So here's what I'm going to remind you of right now. Whatever color you want your purse to be, if you want the outside edge, if you want each page to be whatever color you decide at that time, then you can change it. But right here, this is the middle of the book. But if you want all of your pages to be outlined the same as though it were one whole purse, then make sure this is going to match what you're doing with your cover page and your back cover page. So think about your colors carefully, because here you are on inside pages, and it may not matter. There's no rule. You can have each page set outlined differently if you like. I want all of mine to be in pink through every page, no matter what the material is. So now's your time to think about it. Let's line this up, tack it down, and see if we get it right, just like the credit cards. So check it after your tack down, so in case it is too crooked to suit you, you can pick out the tack down a lot easier than you can pick out the satin stitch. All right, good luck. Okay guys, we are finished. Time to pop this baby out of the hoop and start taking off all of our tear away, and then we can cut away our organza. And this page is done, and I will see you back at the beginning of the next hoop. The next ones are page 6 and 5. We're going to do 6 first. So read over the instructions, and I'll see you back soon. Hey guys, page 6 ready to go. I have put down my outline stitch. Again, I'm using foam for this one because this will be the back side to our next 2 pages, what we're going to put together. So I chose to use foam. I've cut my edges. I've let it do a tack down. Now I am going to sew the words spare change is what happens next, and then it's going to do an outline for my vinyl pocket. I'll get back with you when we're at that step. All right guys, what we have, there's our word spare change. Here we go. See my outline right here? That is for our spare change pocket, which is vinyl. Her instructions have you just to put vinyl over the whole thing, okay? Bigger than the whole thing. And then at the end, you would just cut the top even across. I'm not sure I want the little raw edge. So my suggestion here is fold it. So now I'm going to place my folded edge. You're going to have to be careful to do this, okay? I'm going to have to get it so that my folded edge is right across that top, okay? And then tape that down, or hold it down, or whatever you're going to do. Tape kind of leaves gummy on my vinyl. So, but I'm going to leave a folded edge at the top of mine. You can do it just like she does, and there's, like she suggests, where you just cut it straight across the top. It won't hurt anything. This really isn't sharp vinyl, but I'm not good at cutting straight without leaving a nick in mine, so I'm going to do folded. Anyway, good luck. Get your vinyl pocket on, and I'll get back to you. Okay, it worked. I've got my pocket on with my fold at the top, yay! And the cute little edge sewed out. So vinyl, just like everything else, you just trim the extra off before you do your final stitch. We have our outline stitch. It goes right across the bottom into the edge, which is fine. That's how this pocket lays. So the bottom, when you line this one up, your bottom stitch line is going to be right there in that zigzag tack down. Okay, so line your Mad Money pocket up and let it tack it down, trim off the edges, and then let it finish your satin stitch, and we're done with this page and ready to go to page 5. So I'll see you back at the beginning of page 5. Okay guys, page 5, I've already got it started. You know how to get to this point. We're doing outline, and we're simply doing 2 pockets. So outline, put your pocket on, go to the next pocket, do the outline, put the pocket on, and then we will put the back on at the final step. I'll come see you before that. Okay guys, I have both my pockets on, and I have already tacked down my back. So you already know how to do this part. I simply remind you now, change your bobbin thread. You need to have everything matching up before you go through this final step. Next time I'll see you on here is for page 7, and then it's the back cover. We're almost done. Hi guys, I'm back and I have page 7 started. I put my foam in because I choose foam again, I remind you. So this first page of these 2, I get my foam. The next page I won't need it. But so I've tacked my material down, and the outline stitch that it shows, it says on the instructions it's for the upper pocket. So here's what I want you to see. It sews a little line here and down the edge, across, back up. Okay, those little lines are where your fold goes. This is a folded edge pocket. So the fold is going to go to the top, and you're going to line it up. Let me do it where I can see. So you're going to put your fold at those 2 lines, okay? And then it will tack down your fabric right here on this edge and across here. It'll tack this pocket down before we go to the next step. Okay, here's what it did. It's like a bean stitch, okay, a running stitch. Now we're going to trim our fabric close to the edge, right along here, and then it will give us, the next step it will give us is it'll tack this down across the bottom, like a zigzag type stitch, okay? You're not going to see that because the next pocket is going to go up over the top of it, which we'll do that next step in a minute. Here is what it looks like right before the tack down. So now I'm going to put it in, and it'll do a tack down along this bottom edge. Okay, it did the outline stitch. I know you're going to have a hard time because my thread's the same color, but it started here and it sewed a little line to the outside so you can see it, and down around the bottom and back up here and out there. So again, my folded edge of my pocket will line up across with those little lines that stick out. Okay, so you want to hold that down or tape it or pin it, however you want to do that, and then let it do the tack down stitch around your second pocket. Okay, as it tacked this down, it comes back and it sews that dark stripe right up and down here. That's simply your dividers for your pockets, so you have 4 little pockets there. Now we're going to trim our fabric away, and then we're going to let it do the tack down stitch all the way around, and then it will come back and stitch the pictures up here at the top. And that's all there is to finish this page, and I'll see you back at the start of the back cover. Here we are at the start of the purse back cover. First step with your organza and stitch and tearaway in there. The stitch outline looks like this for step 1. That is to put your purse handle. The other purse handle will go on just like this on the front cover. But right now, you're going to hold it in place is good. It's not hard to do. You can slow your machine stitch down, but you'll just hold it in place and it'll tack it down. And then I'll come back and see you. Okay, that should now look just like this. It's just a small tack down on the end of each handle. So once it's done this, it will now stitch out your outline for your page, and from there we'll just add pockets and stripes, the same process we've been doing. Okay, I have my tack down stitch all sewn down. The next one is a little thin decorative stitch that goes around the outside edge. It just looks like a little bean stitch, so that's just an accent stitch next. Okay, there's the decorative stitch I was talking about. It's sewn all the way around, and then the next step I already sewed is an outline stitch for the stripe that goes across here. I am matching mine to my handle, but it's going to look the same as the front cover. So think about however you want your front and back cover to look. This is that stripe that's also going to go across the front. Okay guys, it did the satin stitch, and then it went in for the next step and did another little decorative stitch inside there. I've let it sew out the outline stitch right here for our first pocket. So now we're going to do that and then repeat the same for the lip gloss pocket that'll go over here. And then I'll come back. Okay, we're down to the last step. So we're going to put this page with the money pockets on the back of the back cover. And then I will get that all tacked down. And the next time I'll come back is for the start of page 2. Okay, we have this part's all finished, the back cover and this page. So I'm going to take this out of the hoop, and the next time you're going to see me is probably in the morning in my pajamas with a cup of coffee to do those last 2 pages. Y'all have a good night. Good morning. It is time to finish this purse book, last 2 pages. As promised, pajamas and coffee. And we are ready to sew. I already have page number 2 set up in my hoop, ready to do the tack down stitch around my material. Then it's going to move on to the applique position for the sun, and it'll add the decorations, and then I'll come back when it's time to do the pocket. Okay guys, we have all of this sewn out, and the tack down stitch for the pocket is just like the other one with the little line sticking out. So your folded edge goes up across those lines, and then let it tack down, then clean up the fabric and let it do its tack down applique. Actually, it will just be at the bottom. Okay, it's going to do its tack down, clean it up, and then it'll do its tack down across the bottom, and then this page is done and we're on to the cover page. Yay! Okay guys, I'm so excited. It's our last page. So this one's all finished. Got a pocket for my sunglasses. Now, I have let my first tack down stitch sew for the cover page. Alright, handle. We've done this before for the back page, so go let it tack down the handle, and then it will give you the outline for your page background fabric, and I'll be back. Okay guys, just checking in. I've added this fabric. It's about to do the tack down for this fabric. Then it's going to go and do the decorative stitching, like the bean stitching it did inside the edge of the back cover. And then it'll do the solid satin stitch here. Okay guys, my flap's done. My name has been added, well, my granddaughter's name. It did the top band, and now it is going to go and do the tack down for the band, and then it's going to do the decorative bean stitch inside the band, just like on the back cover. And then we will go to the next step. All right, guys, the buckle has finished. I have now done the applique position and the material tack down. Now I've got to go on and let it do the stitching in the bow. The very next thing after that is just tacking down our page. We've done this before, so once that's finished, I'll come back and see you and we'll have a finished book. Guys, this is my last time to remind you, I have done the tack down stitch. Everything looks good. Don't forget to change your bobbin thread to match your top thread. This is the last one. We don't want to mess up. Okay, gang, how exciting is this? Here's all my pages. I haven't hooked them together yet. You can use whatever you want, ribbons, cording, beads. I always use some kind of either grosgrain ribbon that's real thin or cording and some beads to string between these pages. But she's made the little holes for you so you can string them through, just poke a hole in it. And but how exciting! There's my purse. There's that page with my sunglasses in. Look how fun. I can't wait to see all of your pictures of how everybody's purses come out. So now I'm gonna go and finish hooking my pages together and get ready for my granddaughter next week. And I expect to see a bunch of new pictures on Molly Mine of all the different purses everybody's made. Congratulations and good luck, and everybody have fun. Bye.